I believe I heard somebody. Voices. Would you look at that? Somebody over there.
Rav lives out of his car in Chicago, saving money and embracing life on the road. But stealth camping isn't as simple as it looks. It comes with risks most people don't think about. In June 2023, he headed out to find a place to park for the week. After filling up his car, he chose a spot along a busy road near houses, somewhere that felt safer because of the activity around it. But safety can be deceptive.
Okay, I'm gonna find a spot. I'm determined. I just don't want a spot with so many cars, you know? All right, this'll do. So I'm gonna hurry up and get my window covers up and stealth camp the rest of the night. I just looked, I'm in South Inglewood. That's like the suburb that I'm in. I don't know how much sleep I'm gonna get tonight, but I'm gonna try to be as quiet as I can. All right, there we go, stealth mode activated. I've been hearing gunshots for like the past 30 minutes. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like a full-on war. So I'm gonna watch some Netflix to try to distract myself from what's going on out there. I don't think it's gonna work, but I need to try to wind down and sleep so that I can do things tomorrow.
He set up his window covers and began settling in for the night. Then gunshots echoed in the distance, not right next to him, but close enough to make his stomach drop. Trying to distract himself, he ate and watched Netflix. That's when things escalated.
So I'm pretty sure someone just tried to open my door. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna be really quiet for the rest of the night, so I'm done recording. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I did not sleep well at all. I was very on edge. And now it's time to get out of here.
Someone was outside his car, attempting to get in. He didn't film much after that. Fear had taken over. Sleep was nearly impossible. The next morning, after heading out to run errands, he noticed something chilling. A zip tie attached to his car door handle.
I need to try to find my way. So I just stopped to get a drink, and coming back, I just realized there's a zip tie on my handle. So I don't really know why someone would do that. Now I gotta try to figure out how to get this thing off. I don't think I have scissors.
Was it connected to the gunshots? Was someone planning to steal his vehicle? The situation ended without confrontation, but it was a harsh reminder that stealth camping can turn dangerous without warning. A man and his dog were exploring the snowy wilderness at night when darkness crept in faster than expected. With poor signal and limited options, he had no choice but to find shelter and camp for the night.
I'm currently heading towards some signal towers, and I believe that there will be definitely a place where we will be able to spend the night. There is a roof. There is a roof, and I'm going to see what is there. Interesting. Are you scared? Huh? There's another room over there. I'm going to see if I can go in there. Looks like a door. Let's see.
Torch in hand, he found a small structure, a last resort shelter. He lit a fire and tried to settle in, snow surrounding them, the forest silent. Then he heard it. Voices.
That's how much heat is trapped under this roof. It's really interesting. You can actually see here how much the snow has slided down. It's really interesting. I believe I heard somebody. Voices. Would you look at that? There's somebody over there. There's a dude over there.
Looking out into the darkness, it was confirmed. Another man was moving through the woods, late at night, in the middle of nowhere. Soon after, the footage shows them inside the shelter together.
This guy actually found me in this snow while hiking with his dog. And that is something. He actually saw my flashlight.
The kind of drink a man needs in this kind of weather.
Look at that. All the steam. This is actually steam that's coming from my leg.
He had invited the stranger in, offering warmth and safety. But the tension remained. He didn't know this man, didn't know why he was out there, didn't know what his intentions were. They shared the shelter and left early the next morning without incident. But inviting a stranger into a remote shelter in the dead of night, that's a risk that could have ended very differently. Trent travels across North America, living out of his van, chasing remote places and quiet nights. But this time, he was heading somewhere known for something far darker, a forest with a haunting past.
And along my travels, I often stumble upon creepy, abandoned, or even haunted places. And today, I am traveling through the mountains of Colorado, specifically on a road called Phantom Canyon Road. This is a road that was once a railroad system in the 1800s that transported passengers and gold from Canyon City to Victor, Colorado. And while that general synopsis may not sound very spooky to you, there is a reason why the locals call this road Phantom Canyon Road. And today I'm going to explore some of those stories while I camp in this supposed haunted forest alone. It is officially nighttime and I hate driving at night, specifically on windy, remote dirt roads in the middle of the night. And this road in particular has a lot of cliff edges, and if I'm not paying attention or I can't see, well, I could easily just drive off the side of this road and fall and tumble for hundreds of feet down the mountain. And that is the last thing I want from this adventure.
Darkness fell quickly as he drove deeper along a narrow road surrounded by cliff edges, the kind where one wrong turn could send you over. The headlights barely cut through the blackness, and the isolation felt heavy long before he even parked. Eventually, he found a place to camp. He set up his van, cooked some food, and lit a fire, trying to settle into the night.
In the 1800s, this area, or this road that we drove in on, used to be a railroad system that connected Florence and Cripple Creek, Colorado. It was used to transport both passengers and gold during a time when mining was what kept these towns alive. And supposedly in the 1890s, passengers aboard the train were traveling through this canyon and they saw a man walking along the train tracks in prison attire. However, that man supposedly looked like a man that was previously executed at the Colorado State Penitentiary down in Canyon City a few days before. And people that come here to camp overnight claim to see ghostly figures that look like prisoners or miners walking among this forest late at night. Which I just got chills saying that out loud all by myself here in this forest.
Sitting there in the glow of the flames, he began sharing local ghost stories tied to the area. Stories of a man seen walking the rails, a man who had been executed, campers claiming to see figures moving between the trees. The kind of stories that are easy to listen to until you're the one alone in the dark. Then he heard it. Movement. A sound that instantly pulled his attention away from the fire.
I thought I heard something moving over here. Freak. I'm on edge. Of course I am. I'm in a haunted forest, for crying out loud. Okay, before I freak myself out too much, I am going to put out this fire and go explore a little bit, walk along this road and see if we find or experience anything interesting, because there's a lot more to this area than just this campsite. So let's go explore.
The forest around him no longer felt still. Now, every shadow seemed deeper. He took a cautious walk around his campsite, not venturing far, fully aware of how vulnerable he was. That's when he noticed something else. The road leading into a long, eerie tunnel.
I'm actually really scared right now. And not so much because of like the ghosts, but more so because of the potential threat of stumbling across a mountain lion or something, because that is a very, very real threat out here at night. And they hunt at night. Wait. Oh, that's right. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I forgot that this road has tunnels. Wow. This is both incredibly creepy and beautiful at the same time. It's so weird to just like stumble upon too. Like when I was doing my research on this road, I knew that the tunnels were here, but on my way in, I didn't see any. So I just assumed they were no longer in use or something. I guess that's because I came from the north side of the road rather than the south, but this is wild.
Drawn to it, he slowly stepped inside, flashlight cutting through the darkness. With thoughts already racing, the tunnel amplified everything. The silence, the echoes, the feeling of being watched. Sitting inside with only his flashlight, he began hearing faint noises, almost like singing.
You know, I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me or not, but I definitely just heard singing. Like distant singing. Okay, I know for a fact that the camera can't pick it up. It is so faint that I'm like struggling to hear it. And I don't know if it's like the sounds bouncing off the tunnel walls or what, but it literally sounds like people singing. Oh, it's just some other people camping. I mean, Makes sense. After all, I am on public land, so there's bound to be other campers along this road. I guess I'm not so alone after all.
As he stepped back out, he realized it was other campers nearby. But somehow, that didn't make it better.
Makes sense.
Being alone in a haunted forest is one thing. Knowing strangers are out there too is another. Back in his van, he tried to relax, but the night wasn't done.
Okay. I hope the camera picked it up, but I just heard a thud outside. I just turned on my light outside my sliding door. I don't see anything out the windows. It sounded like something hit my van. I'm like shaking right now. Hello? I literally have no idea what that noise could have been. It sounded like something bumping into my van. Now, I've got my tripod out here that I forgot about, but that's still standing, and my shovel, maybe it slid. Okay, just real quick for peace of mind, I'm gonna go outside and just do a perimeter search.
Noises came from outside. Heart pounding, hands shaking, he looked out. Nothing. No one. Was it just his imagination? An animal? Or something worse? He barely slept, left with the lingering feeling that something had been watching him the entire night. Rachel and Tommy are known for their van life adventures, often camping in peaceful woodland areas with their dog. This trip started no different, arriving at sunset, setting up camp, lighting a fire, and settling into the quiet. But the peace didn't last.
Oh, so where we are is actually kind of close to the road.
Yeah.
Might be able to see it back there. It's not really, it was just getting dark, so we had to find a place.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that it's not going to stay busy, because as soon as the cars go by, you can hear
Nothing.
nothing.
I've been hearing some strange noises, but it's probably just the traffic, and I thought I had
Yeah, but I don't think there's any traffic back out in there. I don't think.
I thought I heard an owl a while ago.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a supermoon tonight.
Yeah, and it would be great to be able to see it.
Yeah.
This road is busier than I thought it was going to be. Thank you. Go away. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a supermoon and a meteor shower.
Meteor shower.
And it's cloudy.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the way things work
Well,
out
the
for
sun
us.
hadn't gone down quite
Right.
yet, but
Strange noises began echoing through the trees. Although they were close to a main road, something about it felt off, especially with a supermoon rising that night. They tried brushing it off, focusing on the warmth of the fire. Then nearby, people needed help with a flat tire.
So we're sitting there, fixing to go lay down. And we heard blah, 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 blah. I mean, we both were like, what in the world? Somebody had a flat down here, so I'm going to walk down here and see if they need help. Anything I can do to help them, because this is the absolute middle of nowhere. It's just nice to help people. So we go back to the van and get our 4-way lug wrench out of it, because they don't have one. Good thing I came down here. It's just the kind thing to do, you know, because would I want that to be us stuck somewhere and somebody could at least offer to help and they didn't? No. I'm gonna run down and see if I'm pretty sure I have a 4-way here in the van. Ooh, this is a good place to fall. There's a van back up over here.
Tommy stepped in to assist, along with others. But being close to traffic, in the woods, at night, vulnerability is always there. Anyone can approach. Anyone can watch. Even in moments of kindness, the risk lingers quietly in the background. Lisa spends her life off-grid, traveling solo and embracing the outdoors. But being alone in nature means your vulnerability is always higher. She set out on a trail she'd been planning to hike for a while. Early into the hike, she reached an area known for a supposed Bigfoot sighting, and almost instantly, the atmosphere shifted.
So I just got here, and out this way, right behind one of those trees, I saw something really tall and dark standing there, it looked like. And I got my binoculars out to look at it closer, and it's gone. So that's kind of weird. It's all flooded out there too. So there was a sighting over here earlier this year or late last year, I can't remember the date, where it crossed the road. So that's interesting. So I keep hearing drum beats off this way. Now there is a road out here, but the drum beats I keep hearing have been for about maybe 8 minutes now. So I don't think it's a car going by. And there's no places to park around here, so that's kind of odd. I'm smelling something really nasty. It could be the standing water, but I don't know, it smells like trash.
The woods went quiet. Strange noises lingered in the distance, along with a foul smell she couldn't quite describe. The deeper she walked, the heavier it felt. Growling sounds, the forest falling into unnatural silence between them.
I hear dogs barking at something. And it sounded like there was a big thump, and then they started barking. Like a growl, too. Where are these dogs coming from? Man, they were upset over something. It looks like straight through here, it looked like something big walked right through that grass, because it's all mashed down. Go see if I see some prints. See, it looks like a path going straight through here.
Step by step, she continued, but the feeling became undeniable. With those noises surrounding her, she became certain she was being followed by someone or something.
There's definitely a trail going straight through here, and if you keep going that way, you'll run into the Florida Trail. So that's kind of interesting. I believe there's a campsite over there too, like a remote campsite where you can camp on the Florida Trail, and I think it's right in this area. I keep hearing something clanking together.
She pushed forward, determined to finish the trail. But that presence never seemed to leave. Even after she made it out, she was convinced something had been out there with her the entire time. Camping can be calm, quiet, almost therapeutic. But when the sun goes down and the world around you falls silent, that same peace can quickly turn into something else. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more.